quite like this. And yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, it feels good. I like that. Hi everybody, this is Brian with Asian Adventures. Got Emily, she's going to be showing me how to make croissants. So what's going on, Emily? What are we doing?
Well, first we're going to measure out all of our ingredients. So first we're going to measure flour.
Okay.
So
That's this guy right here?
Yes, we're going to use bread flour.
So I'm using the pot first, right?
Yes.
Okay. How much flour?
We're going to be doing 500 grams of bread flour.
Okay. All right. There we go. What's next?
50 grams of sugar.
50 grams of sugar.
Okay, so we have our sugar. I'm going to go ahead and use active dry yeast, so I'll just go ahead and add that with the dry ingredients. Can I have you weigh out 12 grams of salt?
12 grams of salt, yes.
Okay. And then we're just going to mix that up. Could you weigh 250 grams of water? And while he gets the water, I'm going to go ahead and put 100 grams of softened butter in. And you want to use a European butter preferably, though I have used just regular American sticks of butter, which has different water to fat ratio. But European butter is better though. And then once your butter is worked into your flour mixture, you're going to go ahead and add the water. And work that in there. And I like to use my hands. And I would suggest using your hands just so you kind of get a feel for the dough. I'm going to have to transfer this to the counter in a second. And you're going to keep your counter, you're not going to oil it or flour it when you turn your dough onto the counter. And it will be kind of sticky at first, but the more you work it, the more it will just kind of come together.
Alright, oh wow, look at that.
So,
That came together quite quickly.
yes. It's quite soft, but it still needs to be kneaded, probably for about 5 minutes, or until really you're aiming for your dough to feel really soft and smooth, but not sticky, not really tacky either. But you just want to kind of develop the gluten in it to make sure all the flour is moist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I get in on this? Okay, so
You do it.
all right, throw it down.
Yep,
Really.
throw it and just put all your strength into it. Just knead the hell out of it.
All right. It's quite cathartic. I quite like this. And yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, it feels good. I like that. There we go. What do you think?
That feels great. So what we're going to do next is we're going to put it in a bowl, ungreased bowl, and we're going to set it on the counter room temperature for a couple hours or until it's doubled its size. Okay, so now we're going to make the butter slab that will go in the croissant dough when we start folding it. What we've done is measured out 250 grams of European style butter. And all the butter I'm using is salted, which a lot of people don't like doing because it's kind of, you can't control how much salt is in your dough. However, I like salty croissants, so I'm using salted butter whenever I can. So what you're going to do is you are going to put this butter in a bag.
Okay. So I'm just putting this in the bag.
Yep, just put it in the bag, and that's a 7x8 bag, which will make a 7x8 sheet of butter when we're done.
So then we just seal it up and then we'll
Yep.
just squish it around.
Yep, you're gonna just want to flatten it. You might want to put get a little more air out of the bag
A little
before
more
you start
air.
flattening it.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, it might pop.
Oh, I guess that's true, yes. Squidge everywhere. Okay. Okay, seal that guy back up. How does that look, Emily?
Looks good.
Okay. Good enough for...
So once it's all, yes, it looks very good.
Okay.
Once it's all rolled out, we're just gonna put this in the fridge until it hardens, and then we'll take it out tomorrow when we finish our croissants.
Nice. Okay, we're here. 2 hours, well, about 2.5 hours later. Our dough has, what, risen?
Yes, it has risen. You're right now going to lightly dust the surface for
Okay.
our first kneading. It will rise more in the fridge tonight because we're going to let it rest overnight to work with tomorrow, so it'll just develop more flavor, you know, more texture, and develop that gluten. 2 is basically just decompress the dough, get all the air out of it, press it out kind of to like a rectangle shape.
Is that?
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the left side, and you're just gonna kind of fold it towards the center.
Okay. Like that.
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
And then you're gonna kind of just press it in and kind of, yeah, just like that. And then you're going to take the right side and fold it over to the end.
Okay.
top, fold it down to the center, take the bottom.
To the center, okay.
Yep, and then press it, just,
I'll press it,
Yep.
right? Okay.
and then take the bottom, fold it over, press it, and then,
Like that.
yep, all folded. You're gonna just kind of press it down a little bit more so it's more like flat, you know, so you can wrap it.
Okay.
We're gonna wrap the dough up so we can put it in the fridge, and we're gonna let that rest overnight. Ooh, that does feel nice.
Silky.
It is very silky, very soft. And we're gonna let that rest.
All right, Emily. Here we are. Second day. Our dough has been rising, proofing,
Yes, proofing.
proofing. Overnight, a little over 12 hours.
Now we need to put the butter slab in the dough and start our first turns and folds. So what you're gonna do is unwrap the dough and then flour the counter just a little bit. And I'm going to get the butter slab.
Oh, is that good?
Yes, and you want to make sure your butter is kind of softer to the touch, you know, like maybe take it out of the fridge or freezer, whichever you had it into. Kind of just soften a little bit, but not get melty, because you want to be able to roll it out without it breaking when it gets inside the dough. Okay, so you're going to roll this into a rectangle. You're just going to start pressing it kind of.
Just gonna.
Yep, just press it and then roll it out. And you're going to shape it to a 15 by 7 rectangle. And I'm going to get the measurement.
Okay. Something like that.
Yep, that's good enough.
Okay.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our slab of butter and just put it right on the side, and you're going to take the top and fold it over.
Just fold it straight over onto this.
Yep.
Just like that.
Yep, just like that. And then you're going to move the dough up a little bit.
Okay.
And we want everything to remain cold too. So just kind of stretch it out over the
Stretch
edges
it
of the
over
butter,
the-
because you want the butter encased in the dough, kind of. All right, and then you're going to turn the dough so the edge is facing that way.
Okay. So like this.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we're going to want to roll it into a 24 by 8 rectangle.
Okay. So this way, rolling it this way.
Yes.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to take the left side and
Okay.
you're kind of going to fold it like 2/3 of the way in over the rest of it.
2/3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Maybe a little back.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Just like that.
Okay.
And then you're going to take the other side and fold it in to meet it.
So just to meet it.
Yes.
Okay. Like that.
Yep. And then you're going to press it down, kind of make the edges meet if you can, kind of stretch it just a little, you know, just make it meet.
Okay.
And then get your rolling pin and kind of just press it down.
Okay.
Yep, just seal those edges.
Okay.
And then you are going to shape it a little more, kind of like a square shape. Okay. And then you kind of get the rolling pin and like make it elevate it a little bit from each side right here.
Okay.
So you're just going to take this and fold it in half.
Fold this in half this way.
Yep, like a book. Yeah. Perfect. And then press that down and give it a little roll. And then we're going to put that on a sheet pan covered in plastic wrap and let it chill for 20 minutes, because we're actually going to repeat the process but fold it a little differently next time.
Okay.
But we just want to make sure that doesn't get too soft. So we're just going to chill it for about 20-30 minutes.
Okay.
And then we're going to unwrap this. It's been chilling for about 20 to 30 minutes now.
There we
Cold.
go.
Just
Okay.
dust a little flour on top before you start.
A little on top.
Yeah. Okay, and then you're gonna just turn it so the seams are facing the top and the bottom.
Okay, so just like this.
Yeah, just like
Okay.
that.
Ooh, that is right.
And then you're gonna start rolling it again
Okay.
to 24 by 8 once again.
Same as last time.
Yep.
Okay.
Now what you're gonna do is take the left side, fold it over about to the, I guess, the center.
Center. Okay.
Yeah. And then take the right side and just fold it over the left side. So that the right side reaches the fold on the left side. No, over the left side.
Over the so like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
just like that, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're gonna go ahead and press it down with the rolling pin and make that its own layer. And then just kind of roll it a little bit. And then we're going to wrap that again and we're gonna refrigerate it for about an hour
Okay.
until we can start working with it again.
Okay. Awesome.
Good job.
Thank you.
And now what you're gonna do before we get the dough out is you're going to crack these eggs and we're gonna make an egg wash.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt in there. And I'll put the dough while you make the egg wash.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're gonna unwrap your dough.
Okay.
Get it on the counter. And what we're going to do is you're going to just kind of roll it out a little bit, make it into a little rectangle, and then you're going to take this knife and you're going to divide it. Roll it out that way, long ways.
Okay.
Same on the side. Alright. Okay, now we're going to divide it. Just kind of flour the top there. Do the honors.
Okay, so I'm making triangles.
Well, first you're going to divide it in half.
Oh, I'm dividing in
Just
half.
divide
Okay,
it down.
okay.
And then we're going to put the other half in the fridge while we work with the half we're going to be working with. And then you're going to roll that out to 18 by 9 into a rectangle.
Another 18 by 9 rectangle.
Yep. Yes. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Alright, and it's like a perfect rectangle. Actually, that's better than any rectangle I've made when it comes to this part.
Okay,
It's
alright.
way more shapely,
Okay.
actually. Alright, now get your knife, and you're going to cut about 5 to 6 triangles.
Okay.
And you're kind of just going to go at an angle first.
So just like what, like this?
Yep, just starting, just like that.
Just like that. Okay. So
And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your triangle, you're going to put it down, you're kind of going to press it a little bit, just kind of elongate it a little bit. You're going to take the widest part, tightly pinch it in, and then just kind of take both hands and roll it. You know, and you want the most slender part kind of pressed in, and you want it underneath, otherwise it will burn when you cook it. And we're just going to put these on a parchment covered baking sheet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to brush these with an egg wash.
Egg wash, okay.
Yep. And then you just want to let these proof for about 2.5 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours. Okay.
And we'll go ahead and put these by the stove while we work on the chocolate croissants. And we're just using bittersweet chocolate because everyone knows dark chocolate's better.
Oh yeah. For baking, you always gotta go with them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Alright, and then for this, try to get maybe, I guess, since you have a little more control since it's not triangles, maybe just try to get like, I guess, 5 or 6.
5 or 6?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of same thing, just aim for it.
Alright. Yeah, we go.
Now what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of chocolate, you're going to nestle it just on the end there until it's even, and then just roll it until you have the chocolate covered,
Okay.
and then put more chocolate.
Oh, and then more chocolate?
Yes,
Okay.
just roll and cover that chocolate, and then nestle some more chocolate in there,
Okay.
and then keep rolling, and then you got your chocolate croissant.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Okay, so then just egg wash these like the other ones, I guess?
Yeah, just egg wash.
Okay.
Now we're just gonna let those rise for 2.5 to 3 hours as well,
Okay.
and then we can start baking it.
Awesome. I like it. All right. Let's go.
So now we're going to give one last brush over with the egg yolk mixture, and then we're going to put it in our preheated oven, which is at 400. And then we're going to bake that for about 10 minutes, and halfway through the first 10 minutes at 400, we're just going to rotate the pan for even baking, and then after another 5 minutes, which will all equal 10 minutes, we're going to turn it down to 375 and bake for another 12 to 16 minutes, or until they're golden brown.